This movie is Blu-ray worthy. I love well-made movies, especially the classics, and this movie definitely qualifies as a classic movie. Now find out why. Welcome to my first review of what I call Classic Movie Monday, where I review a classic movie every Monday. I know this video is being released Wednesday, so I apologize to my subscribers who I said this would be released Monday. Too much Labor Day fun. Anyway, on to the review of Lawrence of Arabia. I first saw Lawrence of Arabia years ago on Blu-ray when I heard it was a classic. This movie came out in 1962, earned 10 Academy Award nominations, and has influenced so many filmmakers. It blew me away the first minute to the last. The cinematography of this movie is grand. I recently had the opportunity to see Lawrence of Arabia on the big screen and realized what a difference it made to see the movie projected onto a theater screen in comparison to my home theater's big screen. I saw details magnified on the movie theater screen that I missed on my Blu-ray copy. This movie was filmed in Super Panavision 70, which is 70mm film, often reserved for movies with large-scale shots, and Lawrence of Arabia had so many of these shots that brought out the beauty and the grandeur of the desert. Lawrence of Arabia stars Peter O'Toole in his most notable career-defining role of Thomas Edward Lawrence, Omar Sharif as Sharif Ali, a young Alec Guinness as Prince Faisal, Anthony Quinn as Adu Abu Tayi, along with many other talented actors, including Claude Rains as Mr. Dryden. Lawrence of Arabia is based on a true story, adapted from T.E. Lawrence's memoir, The Seven Pillars of Wisdom. In the movie, British Lieutenant T.E. Lawrence is well-read and known for his book smarts. He is familiar with Arab customs and during World War I is sent by his military leaders to find Prince Faisal and find out what he intends to do during the war. Lawrence is to observe the situation between the Bedouin Arab tribe and the British during their fight against the local Turks. I love how his superiors tell him he is being sent to appreciate the situation there. This starts Lawrence's journey into Arabia. Fun fact, a lot of the scenes in the movie were shot from left to right, further cementing director David Lean's vision of this movie being a journey. Anyway, Lawrence meets up with a guide and eventually finds Prince Faisal, who agrees to let Lawrence make use of his men to travel to invade one of the Turkish posts. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Lawrence is pondering how he can help out the Bedouin tribe. When he decides to actively participate in the war, Lawrence's actions are against the wish of his superiors, but he ultimately succeeds. This makes him a hero among the natives, and instead of being punished, gets promoted and earns him the support of his military. This starts a chain of events which eventually lead him to Damascus. The acting and writing in this movie was superb. Each character that got screen time had a story that was told progressively throughout the movie. It was so interesting to see the story and the relationship between each character unfold. We especially see Lawrence transform from an unassuming man to an obsessed leader determined to unite all of Arabia. If I had any negative criticism of the movie, it's so minor that it's trivial. The lighting at night gets pretty dark, but that is understandable since they used natural lighting back then. A few of the scenes where Lawrence is riding on a camel while searching for Prince Faisal are also somewhat lengthy, but they also give perspective that this was not just a quick trip to find the prince. Lawrence of Arabia was nominated for 10 Oscars. This movie took 2 years to film and cost a fortune when it was made. The payoff was well worth the effort. It was the Oscar winner for cinematography, directing, film editing, art direction, music, sound, and the coveted Best Picture. Omar Sharif was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Although Peter O'Toole was nominated for Best Actor, he did not win, but he did receive an honorary Oscar years later in 2003 for his role as Lawrence and his many other Oscar nominations. He received no less than a standing ovation from his peers at the ceremony. This movie is still influential today. It's Steven Spielberg's favorite film of all time, and was quoted no less than 3 times in Ridley Scott's Prometheus.
Well, what's the trick then?
The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts.
The trick, William Potter, is not minding that it hurts.
Big things have small beginnings, sir.
Big things have small beginnings.
There's nothing in the desert. No man needs nothing.
There is nothing in the desert, and no man needs nothing.
I give Lawrence of Arabia a 99% rating. It is truly a classic among classics in the vast library of movies produced. The cinematography, acting, music, and epic storyline just took my breath away. This movie is just shy of 4 hours, so it's a long movie, but it actually goes by pretty quickly because of the interesting characters, gorgeous cinematography, sweeping soundtrack, and engrossing storyline. I would say this is a movie you should watch, especially on the big screen if you ever get the chance, because it's truly a classic that I hope will never be butchered and remade. Lawrence of Arabia deservedly has high user and critical reviews. Movie-loving friends, I value your thoughts. Remember to subscribe, comment, and share, and check out my other videos. If you saw this movie, tell me, what did you think about the movie? Were you as impressed as I was? What were some of your favorite scenes? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to subscribe and get more classic movie reviews every Monday and other movie commentary as soon as it's released. Let's fill the minutes with real minutes. Now, I did mention that I saw this on the big screen, so here's a few comments from a few of the audience members I got to talk to.
I thought the movie was good. I hadn't remembered seeing it for quite some time.
I enjoyed it. Overall, it was a good movie.
You come to Lawrence of Arabia for some of the greatest cinematography of all time, but you stay for the homoerotic undertones. It's fantastic.
Easily the best of the white savior narratives.
Well, we loved the movie. It was fantastic, just seeing it on the big screen. So it was amazing. How about you?
Yeah, it's always a treat to see Lawrence
Yeah.
of Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm glad to share it with other generations.
One of the best films ever made.
I thought Lawrence of Arabia was incredible. It was so different being able to see it as it was originally intended on the big screen. It really lends the epic feel to it that you don't get just seeing it on your laptop, and I think it makes the grandness of the lead's character even more palatable. Just visualizes it in a way that you can't see any other way. It's just incredible.
It's a classic, it's brilliant, it's beautiful, especially with the restored edition. You should come see it. It's not as historically accurate as I would like to see it, but it's a fantastic movie, and just come to the theater and see it. It's beautiful.
Wonderful photography, wonderful acting, and true to history.
Thanks for watching my review on Real Minutes. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to click like or subscribe.